look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick producer and sports raconteur extraordinaire. And the mechanical mangler at the controls, it's Flounder. What is this, Tuesday? That's right, we got a special guest, too. Look out. Rocking and rolling. 303, and here's the number, 404-741-1230. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And Clay Travis, who just got done doing the show right down the hall, which, by the way, is great for us. I bet you probably are so tired to say, oh, geez, I got to go on that guy again. I want to go over to the ballpark.
I love Atlanta. I appreciate you guys giving me the hospitality. My boys are, I've talked about this before with you, monster Atlanta Braves fans.
Yeah, you have two today. Two with you?
Three of my boys with me.
Oh, three today?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one was on a college trip. Or is he
He went to go visit Emory today.
That's right. He mentioned
and he
Emory,
went to
right.
Georgia the day before. He's going to be a rising junior, so we're sort of in that college universe tour. And so he was with his mom earlier, but I had the two youngest with me at breakfast over here at Goldberg's. The battery's pretty fantastic. Yeah, battery's pretty fantastic, and so I can come here, do the show, take my family to Braves games, and we're going to go tonight and then tomorrow for the matinee, earlier start, and then I'll head back up to Nashville because I'm playing.
You're doing the golf tournament.
Yeah.
You lucky bastard. I mean, I used to be able to do stuff like that as a younger man. See, you're living my life tonight. Oh, man.
I'm
what a great life. Let me get this straight. See, you go down to Atlanta, do a little show, and then, go to the ballpark, go a couple of games, play a little golf. And by the way, you're freaking everywhere. This guy, I like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing my show 6 a.m. I got the Fox News on. You're liable to be on with that naughty little Dana Perino. At 10 o'clock in the morning or something, and then you're doing your show, and then they'd be on, swear to God, you'll be on with, 7 o'clock tonight with Listener.
I've got a home cam. I'll be on tomorrow morning for people who are starting their day with Fox and Friends. Yeah. I'll be on with them tomorrow morning. Yeah, I mean,
congratulations. I mean, seriously. I mean, what a tribute. What a great thing you got going. I'm really happy for you.
It's a super privilege to be able to say exactly what you think in an era when so many people feel like they can't.
The radio business is not what it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was reading about that because, I came out of sports talk radio. Yeah. And I remember when I left, and I bet you've kind of heard about this too, they said, what's interesting is there's nobody behind you. Meaning,
right, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, the Dan Patricks, for people who are sports fans, the Colin Cowherds of the world, and then I was in that group. I think I'm younger than those guys, but they would say the sports talk radio national market behind you is basically a desert. And even I'm afraid in local, which has been very good, I'm afraid that there's going to be more challenges coming in. And anyway, that's kind of the business that we're in. But it's changing, and I don't know that it's going to be necessarily for the better.
I don't have a lot of confidence in because of social media, and I've said before, the cell phones, yesterday's cigarettes. I mean, And by the way, I know you were doing this today. We're going to talk about a lot about this today. These freaking Democrats, and especially the White House, is now the official king of disinformation, which is exactly what they accuse Republicans and conservatives of doing, is spreading disinformation about that. And they are the kings of it. In fact, was it MSNBC that's now showing edited footage where they don't show Putty Tat leading them away by the wrist so they can say, well, it's all fake and edited? Oh, my, we saw it. It's in our eyes,
Yeah, they came after me last week, NBC News did, because I shared a clip from the G7.
Yeah.
And because I shared a clip just recently, as you just mentioned, of Obama having to take Biden's hand, basically, and lead him off the stage. And
getting sued or fined if you put it on your thing? Isn't that what's going on?
I think the desire, first of all, the concept of a cheap fake.
I don't even know what that is. She made it up.
I think it's somebody who's trans pretending to be pretending to be a woman. That's to me a cheap fake. But they're trying to coin new language. I mean, did you ever hear people talk about misinformation or disinformation?
No such word.
They keep
it's like
making
insurrection.
things up.
No one ever used the word insurrection in a sentence until the Democrats said, "Oh my God, it's in the Constitution. We can get them for it."
That's right.
That's when it happened.
It's calculated. They're smarter about language than I think Republicans and conservatives are. They're more diabolical about it. They put their language, illegal immigrant. Yeah. Now you're supposed to say, you can't even say homeless anymore. It's unhoused. They constantly
future resident,
are changing everything. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it's unbelievable. 308, by the way, our number. You're going to be here for a few months. Oh, by the way, let me ask you this. And we got newsy stuff, and you've been doing it all day. Do you go to batting practice when you go to the game? Do you have a chance? I don't even know when batting practice is. Pete Davis, do you know when they do batting practice anymore with the Braves?
Yeah, he's looking over his shoulder. We do sometimes go. A lot of times these guys don't do normal batting practice because they have the cages down underneath and they can do that.
Yeah.
But I was always in the upper decks as a kid, going to go see games.
Yeah.
And so going to batting practice was big for me because they'd let you down to the lower level and you could try to chase around home run balls or foul balls or whatever it was, and also get an autograph, which was super cool. So I still don't mind being in the park early. I think it's fun when the wet now. Sometimes it can be 180 degrees.
If you're in the sun and you're not moving.
Yeah. I took my boys. They were tough on Saturday, and that was a 4:00 start. And it was 96, and we were in the sun, and they were like, "Dad, I thought you told us we were in the shade." I was like, "Sorry about that. I bought tickets the wrong place." But they were
under the concourse for an hour.
That's right. They were they literally called the big ass fans.
Yeah. I remember Pete, you were there one time. We were doing live broadcast from Braves Park, and it was a day where they were allowing little leaguers and Babe Ruth guys to catch balls in the outfield, and I was remarking the fact they missed almost all of them. People don't realize. You don't think you can catch a fly ball, and it says when you're in a big league ballpark, all of a sudden, man, they were going, oh crap, and it was missing them by a foot. It was unbelievable, the differences in it.
Yeah, I got to do a halftime contest at the Tennessee Titans game about 20 years ago, and they put the jugs machine out. It's not a direct off the punter punt. But I think it was
spinning.
Oh, yeah. It was a 25 and a 40. Now, I caught him because I'm an amazing athlete. But the number of guys that get out there, and you always teach, like I did Little League, but you always try to teach, don't ever make your first step in.
Right.
Because you can never get back fast enough to recover. And the number of guys who, when they see it come off, their first read on in the air, and same thing with the fly balls, is you go in, and then you end up trying to sprint back, and you can't get back far enough.
The first thing you're taught is you take 2 steps back, and then
Well, I was just remembering about the batting, watching batting practice. In 1984, I was with the ABC in Chicago on TV, and they put me into sports at Wrigley Field. Covered every home game at Wrigley Field the year they won the division.
Yeah,
and
lost to the Padres that year.
Yeah, right? Bull Durham, Leon Durham with a Gatorade soaked glove between his legs. But anyway, we used to stand around the batting cage with Jim Fry, the manager, telling stories. There's nothing like baseball managers telling their stories. Oh my God! It was just you could do that all day, every day. And after the game, he had a aluminum tub, iced down of Rolling Rock beer.
Oh, that's awesome. There are 3 things that I've gotten to do as a sports guy that I think are amazing for everybody to do. One is stand and watch batting practice.
Yeah.
Because even if you're watching from the stands, seeing how hard those guys swing and hearing what it sounds like in close proximity when they make contact. I mentioned that I'm doing the live. If you stand next to a pro golfer and watch them hit a golf ball
and hear it and watch the trajectory, oh my God,
television doesn't do it justice. If you can stand there, and then the other one is courtside for an NBA game. For a high level athleticism, you don't get a sense for how big those dudes are unless you're actually there. Because even if you see a guy who's like 6, even a small guy is like 6'4", right, on an NBA court. And so seeing how big those guys are, those 3 things in the world of sports. And obviously, I'd probably add the 4th. If you can do hockey and watch somebody really get checked, you recognize those guys are beasts.
I played with guys back in the 60s with no helmets. Nobody wore a helmet.
Yeah.
And by the way, my claim to fame, are you going to put it on my Kimmer bingo card? I'm the only guy in the room who hit a home run at Wrigley Field. And it was at batting practice in 1984. And I was wearing a tan suit and wingtips. And it went over the fence by about an inch.
That's unbelievable.
It was
That's
not
a big
on Waveland
deal.
Avenue.
I think I need to see video of that to
I
believe
agree.
that it's
It
true.
never happened. It never.
I don't know that I buy into this happening. That's an incredible accomplishment if you
that
did
was
it.
unbelievable. Well, I was 34 years old.
Even if you're 34, most people can't hit a baseball.
I was also running marathons, so and I was. In fact, Mackie Shillstone, the guy who trained Michael Spinks to win the heavyweight championship, I was his first training victim when he was at Tulane University. Anyway, sorry. He's all.
Do you believe that he really hit a home run? Do you guys believe that? I don't know. I need to see video.
I wish
he's a man of many tall tales.
I got no talents. I got
a Wrigley Field home run is a pretty big deal in BP.
I'll tell you what.
Even if you weren't in wingtips, I mean, if you could have been dressed up in the Andre Dawson's uniform fraud.
I know. I swear the guy was a damnedest
It was
thing.
in the basket. It was in the basket.
I think possible. I also caught a foul ball in the press box in Pittsburgh at the Pirates Stadium.
Well, the foul ball I can buy. That doesn't stun me. But a home run, I would have bet 100 to 1 that you would not hit a home run at Wrigley Field.
Listen, I can't thank you enough for being here. Is there anything on your mind before you go? I know you're going to be on. You're probably not on the air Thursday with a golf thing. Are you back Friday or do you?
I'll be back with our show on Friday. I'm going to the Braves game for the matinee early start, which will be fun tomorrow, and then live, and then I'll be back on Friday. So if you're watch out if I'm teeing off.
Listen, congratulations on your success. You're welcome here anytime, and always a thrill.
Y'all are great to us. You guys keep killing it.
And where's Buck? What is he doing? An undercover secret hit job? Work for the CIA
Buck is down in Miami for sure.
Clay Travis, my friends. Kimmer Pete Flounder, Clay 314-1063. Look out! Here we go. Stand by.